Early in the morning on February 24, Vladimir Putin announced a special military operation in Ukraine. At the same time, Russia began shelling Ukrainian cities. The day before, Putin recognized the LDPR group within the Donetsk and Luhansk regions. For the fifth day, Ukraine is fighting for its choice, statehood and European values. This is the UA, The Day That We Survived podcast. Ukrainian journalists have come together to create it with ordinary people who have been living in the new, literally burning reality for 5 days now. They defend their self-sufficiency and solidarity with the European world. Kindergartens, schools, neighborhoods and cultural heritage are under merciless fire. We asked Ukrainians to record audio about their experience. What is happening around, how alarms and explosions sound, life situations staying in the shelters. Ukrainians boldly speak to the occupiers and keep defending their land. Andriy Deglar from Kyiv made a recording on February 24. On the first day of the war, when he was going to the train station to leave the city and move to Khmelnytsky, to the west of Ukraine.
It's 3 o'clock local time, and I have finally boarded the train out of Kharkiv. It's just left the station, so we are all going to Kyiv now, and probably more westwards from there. So this whole thing is happening amid news reports that there are fighting going on around the city, and so I have heard a couple of loud booms while I was in the northern part of town, and I saw some military machines moving around, but I have not seen any fighting within the city, and looks like I will not see it at all since I'm departing in a train right now. I just really hope that this war will end as quickly as it started, and I really hope that Russia will just get the hell back out of my country, out of Ukraine, and then we will talk about what needs to be done for all the damage they have caused to be repaired. This is just fucking outrageous. No one ever could have believed that this could happen. Just a couple of days ago, I thought we were overreacting, my wife and I, by moving our parents out of the border regions of Ukraine. Now I'm really happy that we did that, and even though I will have to stay in Ukraine for longer with my mom, it's not going to be in the dangerous place, and I don't have to transport my mother basically under fire and under shelling coming from the Russian Federation side. So I really hope for the best, and I really hope that we can all survive this, and that we can all see this whole thing end.
Today, on the 28th of February, the Russian military has been shelling Kharkiv by BM-21 Grad, Soviet truck-mounted multiple rocket launcher. After the last shelling, 15 military men and 16 civilians were taken to hospitals with injuries of varying severity. A civilian woman died. According to the Ministry of Health of Ukraine, 352 civilians, including 16 children, have been killed since Russia attacked Ukraine. 2,040 people were injured, including 45 children. At the same time, the Russian side has already lost more than 5,000 troops. However, Russian media continue their propaganda work and broadcast information that Russia is attacking only military facilities and that the civilian population is not in danger. This is a direct and outrage lie because in just a few days, the merciless repeatedly hit private houses, apartment buildings, and even kindergartens, again and again. Dmytro Shanin is still in Kharkiv. He's hiding in the basement with his wife, a dog, and a cat.
It's not fucking quiet at all. Oh fuck. I decided to go outside to breathe, to walk the dog. Spurts of fire can be heard somewhere at the Sortirovka district, probably near the Tankovy. Grads are shelling the Saltovka heavily. It seems like there is no shootout nearby. Yes, there are some near the Tankovy. Oh, Grad is coming. In short, something is happening all around, but it's still quiet in the center.
The most intense fighting is now in the south, east and north of the country. The Russians are pushing hard to break into Kyiv, the capital of Ukraine, but the city is fighting back. The respectable psychological group Rating conducted a poll among Ukrainians about the war. 91% of Ukrainians support the actions of President Zelensky. 70% of respondents believe that Ukraine will be able to repel the attack of the Russian occupiers. President Volodymyr Zelensky was elected in the 2019 democratic elections and won with 73% of support. Instead, Russian propaganda constantly emphasizes that government in Ukraine is illegal and Ukrainian troops are Nazis.
Ми всі українці. Не існує більших чи менших, правильних чи неправильних. Всі українці.
Olena from Kyiv spent the night in a shelter, like all the previous nights as well. Over the weekend, Kyiv lived under curfew. Civilians could not go outside. Here is what she says about her life now.
Hi, I'm Lena. I'm in Kyiv, and I was this night. I was in shelter, and I was in this shelter all nights since beginning of the war. This is a basement of an old Soviet building, so it's pretty safe here. I feel tired. I feel that I want to go somewhere out of this place. During all Sunday, we had it was prohibited to go outside, so I was completely inside all the day, more than 24 hours. I feel that these days were really tough for us. I started on the second day, maybe, of the beginning of war. After beginning of war, I started help journalists to find contacts for interview. I also gave 2 interviews for Russian media, Meduza, and for Swedish media. Now I'm continue to connect people with journalists and to help people with contacts. I monitor all media, Telegram channels, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and communicate with all of my friends and acquaintances. It's harder than 1 day before or 2 days before. Yesterday was really hard day because we were here during all Sunday. Yes, I guess it's Sunday. It was Sunday yesterday. Now it's pretty calm in Kyiv. I went outside. I saw that it's cold outside, but it's really sunny. There are a lot of people outside from our building and our shelter. But my home, my flat is 5 minutes by walk from this shelter, so I'm a little bit afraid to go there. There was a lot of strange, scary things in Kyiv yesterday. It was really scary to hear these sounds outside, but I think it was nothing really awful as maybe it was no attacks from planes. I don't know exactly what it was, but here underground it's really calm and really quiet, but it's hard to be here right now. So I'm thinking about going out somewhere outside of the Kyiv, and I have some opportunities to go outside. I don't know what else to say. I think that we're a strong nation. I think we completely different now than it was 4 days before. I think that we should be strong. We should believe in ourselves, in each other. There are a lot of help now, and people are ready to help each other, and it's really important to feel this. And I wish all Ukrainians and all my friends and warriors and all people here, I wish them to be strong and to believe in our power, because we are really powerful. And you know, it looks like a movie, a bad movie, a really scary movie. But sometimes I don't believe that this, all of this happening to me and to all of the people all around the Ukraine. But I'm happy that my people are alive, that they are strong, that my friends are safe now, and I really feel a lot of support now.
Anastasia is also from Kyiv, but she managed to leave the capital.
My name is Anastasia. I am from Kyiv, the capital of Ukraine. 5 days ago, Russia started a full-scale war against Ukraine, and I woke up to the sounds of explosions. This was the scariest day of my life. I was so scared, I literally couldn't breathe. I left Kyiv with my family 2 days ago, and now we are in a small village in the western Ukraine, and I thought I will be feeling safe here, but it seems like safety is not a relevant term for me anymore. It feels like I am not feeling safe anywhere now, and I can't sleep at night because I'm constantly worrying about Kyiv in particular and about Ukraine. I'm also feeling very proud of our army because they are doing a fantastic work. I've never been more proud that I am Ukrainian, and I'm also very, very proud of all the Ukrainians who are so connected now and very strong together. As I left Kyiv and I felt that my life is no longer in danger, I started feeling guilty that I left, and that I'm not doing everything I can to save my city. But then I think that maybe it's better this way, when I am not panicking and I'm not scared to death. And I'm trying to be as helpful as I can online, posting a lot of information for my friends abroad and just for people who follow me on Instagram or on Facebook. I think this is also an important job we can do now to spread awareness around the world. Although it's pretty calm here where I am now, I am waiting for a new day with a lot of fear, because I don't know what the future brings, but I still hope for the best.
Alina left Kyiv for Poltava. This city is located between Kyiv and Kharkiv. She also hid in a shelter with her 4-year-old son.
I came back from Kyiv yesterday morning to Poltava. It's a city near Kharkiv, like 1 hour by car, and stand there with my family. They are quiet and calm in general, but 2 times in a day, I guess, sirens at the street. We went to the basement near our house yesterday night, and 5 minutes ago, sirens sounded again. So we just waiting for some news, just searching for something, because we actually don't know anything what's going on in our region, just in the next region like Kharkiv or Sumy. A lot of fake information about tanks in our region or something like this, but we try to check it by conversation with the local people, and we don't get this confirmation, something like this, so we in a vacuum.
Olena from Lviv has a young baby. She shares the problem that all parents of babies and newborns who eat infant formula are facing right now.
In general, the situation in Lviv is calm, if we can apply such adjectives to the current state. There are checkpoints at the entrances to Lviv, while yesterday we visited relatives in the Lviv region, 11 kilometers away. It took us a solid hour to come back because of traffic jams at checkpoints. But everything was generally calm. I'm currently on maternity leave with a small child. That means I can't devote myself entirely to work. But I want to tell the story of this war from the perspective of a mother. Now, in all mom groups, especially in Kyiv and Kharkiv, which suffer from the active fight, baby formula is in very short supply.
Такого активного удару і мам дітей, які не кормять своїх дітей грудним молоком, виникла проблема в нестачі сумішей для кормління дітей.
It is a real problem, because babies under 6 months old can eat nothing but those mixtures. It is very difficult to replace it. We understand that we can replace a high-quality formula with the worse one, or even dilute it with animal milk in wartime. Still, the problem is very acute, especially for kids with sicknesses or intolerance to certain formulas, or just for kids who are hard to pick a right formula for.
Якісь хворіють, або які там мають якісь несприйняття тих чи інших елементів, і цих чи інших сумішей, тому що суміш дитині підібрати дуже важко. І що я хочу сказати.
In various groups, breastfeeding women agree to share breast milk with mothers who do not have a formula or their own milk.
Грудним молоком. Вони зголошуються для того, щоб ділитися цим грудним молоком з дітьми, мам, яких немає суміші. Тобто, це може...
It may sound inhuman, but a woman who has milk pumps and becomes a so-called milk bank for a mother who doesn't have food to feed her baby.
І це грудне молоко постачає, вона зціджує себе і робить так званий банк молока для мами, яка не може мати чим накормити дитину.
Milk is stored in special airtight packages. Then they freeze this milk and keep it in the freezer.
Це молоко ніби як зливається, його заморожують.
Breast milk can be stored in the fridge for a day or so and frozen for several months.
Пам'ятаю, скільки там що до доби, а заморожене молоко може триматися кілька місяців. Тобто ті мами...
These women freeze their milk and donate it to mothers who cannot find a baby formula, and their children have nothing to eat because of the Russian and Belarusian occupiers.
Не мають що їсти.
Anastasia, the journalist, lives in Kropivnitsky in the center of Ukraine. Sirens were also heard in her small town yesterday.
My name is Nastya. I'm 31 years old and I'm from Kropivnitsky. This is the very center of Ukraine. After months of disturbing news, I woke up early Tuesday morning to the sound of military planes. I thought it was just my panic. But then my dad called to say it was a war, that Kyiv was being bombed. I can't describe the fear I had in the early days. I wanted to run away from the world. But where? I am a journalist. Work has helped to pull myself together. Now the whole city is collecting volunteer money, food, clothes, and ammunition for the military, and is preparing for defense. There are queues of donors at blood transfusion points. Our people are fantastic. Our city is very quiet compared to neighboring areas. Yesterday, February 27, we heard the sound of the first alarm siren. A rocket was shot down in the sky over the region. We just want peace on our land and to know that all our relatives and friends in different parts of Ukraine are safe, and all who had to leave their homes have returned.
Nadia from Dnipro recorded the chronicle of her day. Throughout the last 24 hours, she repeatedly went down to the shelter. It has become a common routine right now.
27 February 2021. I don't have internet connection in my house basement. It's very uncomfortable because I can't know when air alarm is over. 21:41. We are in the basement again. It was 3 or 4 times already. I don't remember. I know that in Kyiv people hear sirens much more often, and it became something ordinary. My mom said that tomorrow we'll have to make some stuff for home. I really hope that we will have tomorrow. And now I understand how important is now. Today I called in regional police department. I saw something weird and bright in the sky. I think that it was moving, but I was not sure. They said that I need to talk very quickly, but I didn't know how to describe it. They said that they will not send anyone and that I need to call 102. I thought that maybe it was a star. Knowledge in astronomy would actually help right now. In 15 minutes, we had an air alarm again. 1:38. I decided not to sleep today for the case if sirens will be on. All other people in the house are already asleep. I didn't watch TV for the long time, but now I watch Yua Pershi channel quite a lot. News sometimes are repeated, but in general there are a lot of useful information. Also, there is no censorship now in the ether. It was shown a video with the words "Russian ship, fuck off."
Thousands of Ukrainians, women and children have been forced to flee their homes. More than 500,000 of refugees have left Ukraine. as Filippo Grandi, the UN High Commissioner for Refugees, said on Twitter. Some people went to the west of Ukraine, some of them to other neighboring countries. Currently, there are long queues at checkpoints. Nevertheless, the neighbors welcome the refugees. Inna from the city of Uman, which is located in the center of Ukraine, left home when the shelling began. As a result of airstrikes near her city, ammunition in warehouses went on fire.
Hello, my name is Inna and I'm 38 years old. I have 2 children, 2 boys. We live in Uman. After the start of Russia's attack and the shelling of our town, I took my sons and moved by car towards the border with Romania.
Я взяла дітей, машину і рухалася в бік кордону з Румунією.
In the borderline village Solotvino, we waited for the crossing for about 12 hours.
На кордоні ми чекали перетину близько 12 годин.
Crossing the borderline based on our passports and car documents was fast and uncomplicated.
Закордонного паспорту, мого та дітей, та також документів на автомобіль.
Border crossing from the Ukrainian side and processing all documents took only 10 minutes. Crossing the border with Romania was also rapid.
Також був дуже швидкий.
On the other side of the borderline, everyone was friendly and sympathetic, asking if we needed any help, perhaps food, water or medicine.
Медичні засоби, пігулки.
It was easy to cross the border because they were waiting for us, greeting us and trying to help us.
Намагалися допомогти.
We are impressed with the support and attention we've received.
І тією увагою, яка була нам надана. Дякую.
Thank you for your support and sympathy. Ukraine will win.
Is it possible to help Ukraine in any way? Friends from all over the world, you can go to a peaceful demonstration in support of Ukraine in your city. You can host Ukrainian refugees. One simple step is to remain informed about the war and to be cautious of the information that's been spread on social media. Disinformation is one of Russians' favorite weapons of war, and accidentally amplifying it can harm civilians. Another easy step is to donate money. Most large international aid organizations, including UNICEF, the UN Refugee Agency, the International Committee of the Red Cross, Doctors Without Borders, and the International Rescue Committee, are currently working in Ukraine and neighboring countries, where a growing number of displaced people are fleeing.